It's raining. What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to my little world out here. Just a fellow red sands of the gods incarnate here for you for your entertainment. Let's get some sage and let's light it up. Grogu! Grogu, you gotta help me, brah. You gotta stop the wind for a second, brah. Grogu. How you guys doing out there? You know what I mean? We're super excited over here. It's on. I don't know. Like, are you guys waiting for it? If you're in other countries, it's popping off over here. Hold tight, kids. Yeah, hold tight. Get this sage lit. It's windy. Come on. Come on. The wind has got me. You guys having fun out there? What's up, dude? Yo, I got some downloads for days. I don't know. We're so excited over here. We're sold out. We're going crazy over here. We're going to pop off. It's popping off out here in Sedona. I don't know. Everyone's super pumped. I'm very excited. Sold out. We're going to crush it. Wait, do you guys see my outfit on Friday? It's a secret. Yeah. There's a lot of things I want to talk about. Oh, come on, baby. Maybe I'm so fresh to death I don't need sage. Is that what's going on here? We'll get a little going here. Come on, baby. So, we got all this sage for you guys, and I specifically ordered it directly from the guys that put it together. You know, this Dakota and the white sage. The white sage, which is antibacterial, and actually has other things to it. But we bought a bunch, and we got the large sticks and the small ones. Hey, I got the right stuff. I was like, this is what I want. So yeah, we will be having these in the shopping cart soon. If you guys want some sage, we charge them in the pyramid. We just leave them there. They're just in the pyramid, all, you know, down there charging. Let us know at support@teamlight.com. Players. Ooh, sexy. Yeah. Okay, can we just talk about what's popping off in the United States? Like, if you guys don't know, I don't know, Linwood's a gangster. That's all I got to say. Just don't want to drop names over here, but oh my God. We're all waking up. We're all waking up, kids. You know, ladies and gents. Oh. Yeah. No one hurts Grogu. Nobody hurts Grogu. Or any small, beautiful, sentient being. You know what I mean? All right, ladies and gents, namaste and like catch, and welcome to Morning Coffee. Guys, check it. I'm shadow banned on Facebook. What does that mean? You're not going to see me go live. So what should we do? Share the videos. Everyone, if you guys see this, share it. You know, the whole thing right now is information, energy, and the right people, the right frequencies, the right polarities, the right light needs to be heard on this planet. Because we're actually waking up our friends and family out of like zombie land. So if you guys resonate with some of my videos or my family's videos or any of the speakers' videos, please share them. You know, if the YouTube link's working, share the YouTube link. If the Facebook link is working, share the Facebook link. Yeah, Zuckerbucker and all these guys, you know, I like them. They're cute, you know, like cute little playthings, right? But what I'm trying to say is that for all of us out here, check it. You guys are waking up into your true power. And what does that mean? Your true power guy is relaxed, powerful, doesn't need to run their mouth, just moves energy. And that's who we really are as a collective conscious on this planet. And we're doing that together collectively. So I just want you guys to know if you guys feel anything, resonate with anything, even old videos from the past. So a lot of people I have sessions with, they find it a lot easier for me. My YouTube channel is a timeline. If you watch the videos now and it sounds like I'm speaking a different language, let me do you a solid. Go onto YouTube, go to live videos, and go back 3 years. Go back 4 years. Work your way forward. That's all you got to do. It's all there for you. There's novels of information and downloads for you guys there. I think that's why I've kept, obviously, these platforms going with the love of my family. And you guys inspire me to become a better person every day. I just want you to know that. You guys inspire me to become a better person every day. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, ladies and gentlemen. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see how this thing's going to go down. I told you, wait till the Egyptian guys get on those containers, right? In this evergreen BS, right? You guys, some of us are about a week to 2 weeks ahead of the rest of the collective with our conscious processing. So when things do happen, we are in a position of balance because we've already processed what seems to be happening in the present. However, time, right, is very different for those that understand how it works. It's all based upon your perspective. Time is different for different beings. Okay? Beings perceive time differently. Okay? So I will never stop YouTubing. I love you. Hey, look. The next one's going to be like HBO, spiritual HBO. Okay, it's going to be like, welcome to the City of Light. Here, you guys, get in the golf cart. Let's go. Let me give you a tour. No, we got this. We got this. I even know how much it is per satellite to launch, so we can actually have each of the facilities talk to each other and have full online, whatever videos, movies we want to play. Yeah, it's $20 million per satellite. So when this cheese comes out, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up. You're like, well, can we get a city over here? Of course. Europe, I love you. I'm French. I'm probably going to put it by Mont Saint Michel. I just, me and Mikael, I'm like, hey, Mikael, you want me to upgrade this? It looks like no one's upgraded these buildings in about 400 years. I'm just throw me a bone here, guy. A lot of these buildings and temples need to be upgraded, okay? Just because we have ancient ruins, ladies and gentlemen, it does not mean that if the beings were here, let me tell you something. let me tell you some real. If me and you guys were here 5,000 years ago and we built some temples and we incarnated right now, and we went and they're ruins. And you're like, who is running this facility? You? I need to talk to you for a second. People are like, we don't want to destroy the historical record. I'm like, hey guys, if we reincarnate and we're the original ones that built those temples, don't you think we want to repair them? Common sense. Hey, keep the ancient ones around it, build all the new. It's on a sacred ley line. It's on a dragon line. It's on a 2 ley lines crossing, 3 ley lines crossing. Damonhurst is on 4 ley lines crossing, okay? What I'm getting to is we are the generations to rebuild these great temples, okay? I'm just trying to tell you, you want to call it this new modern word, the City of Light? City of Lights across the planet? I know for a fact there's 12. And I know that 2 actually touch ground on Earth. One's in the bottom of Lake Titicaca, one's at the top of Mount Shasta. Energetically, right? When things phase into this reality, which is like has happened in some of those, that photography from the clouds over China, where all of a sudden everyone's out there and all of a sudden they start seeing clouds or cities in the sky and they're like, what is that? I'm like, what do you guys think I've been talking about this whole time? We are in a dimension. There are higher dimensions above us looking down upon us as we look up at them. Okay, so that's all. It's one phase out of reality, baby. It's not like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm like, you can't believe that there's things happening faster than your eyeballs can perceive at 30 frames per second? Really? Or you didn't hear it because your stereo hearing didn't pick that up and it's limited bandwidth frequency ratio? No, okay. Now, I'm just getting to your soul. Your soul knows. Your soul knows why you're here. Listen to your heart, listen to your soul. Turn off everything else. Your soul is what's up. I'm like, don't make, the last being you want to upset is your oversoul who's like, let me tell you something. I've talked to people's higher selves before. I've talked to my higher selves before. And I go, what's the deal with this reincarnation wheel? Your higher selves that are living in 5D and above, they're like, hey, if that lower self needs another run in the incarnation wheel, so be it. They don't mind if you want to do another dance down here in the physical to learn some things, is what I'm trying to say. Now, our rehab is awesome. I love our rehab on Earth. I love that Gaia has given us the opportunity to experience her and grow with her and all of the beings interacting on this planet from different sectors and different species that have injected or inserted their collective consciousness into the Earth's planetary consciousness. And that's cool. What I'm trying to say is that Earth's special. It's special because no matter who you are, what sector you come from, what part of the galaxy, you get here, you have a normal 3D incarnation, you change. Your belief systems change. It's like, imagine you're from China, let's just say, and you have a nice, beautiful family, and you move over to the United States, and you're in Orange County. And your kids are born in Orange County. You're born in China. You guys have 2 different belief systems. But let me tell you something. Those kids growing up in Orange County are like, Mom, Dad, that's so lame. No, I'm not doing that. Even though they're a different race, right? Whatever. The issue is that their personalities, their consciousness is like they become Americanized, American. What I'm trying to get is we're Earth, okay? So what I'm trying to say is just coming to this planet makes you change. These are some of the life lessons we learn. My thing is that as we step through this veil, I just want you guys to know that whoever you really are, I love and appreciate you. Whoever you really are on the light night side, I am here to say that your older brothers and older sisters on the night side aren't incarnated, and on the light side incarnated, because what I can tell you is that there has been a galactic decree that these upper dimensional beings have shook hands and we're like, all right, let's get this thing done. What we're feeling down here in the physical is the rest of the chain of command. Okay, say you're galactic beings 12D and above, DD level or above. Shake hands, Gar. We're going to stop fighting. Let's get this. Let's come together. Let's become one. Well, it takes time as it goes through all of the dimensions. 11D, 10D, 8D, 7D, 6D, 5D, 4D, 3D, one of the slowest, densest levels. What I'm getting to is a lot of these decisions of our harmonious existence have already been written and voted upon. What's happening, the echo programs of some of the polarities don't want to listen to their elders. So instead of the fourth dimensional version on your night side handing over the car keys, you know, they're like O.J. Simpson taking off with one of their best friends driving away from a crime scene. They don't want to give the car keys over. They just want to keep doing it because they understand in the terms of the universe, they're very, 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 very small. In the terms of the universe, their belief system is very, 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 very limited. To become a part of your oversoul is becoming everything that has ever been you or will be you. It is a completely different level of consciousness. It is a conscious where you close your eyes and you're sun charging and you feel every air particle hit your body and the light from those particles go through your body. You are no longer playing within the hard light fractal. You are no longer playing within the hard light hologram. You are truly one with the universe. You can bend the light. You can stop clouds, control the wind. You can call down storms because wind is consciousness. Gaia is always listening. Nature is conscious. Nature is very conscious. All these reflections are around you 24 hours a day, 365. The only thing you have to do is quiet your mind, control your breath, listen to your heart, and let your inner child out, and he or she will help you drive on this incarnation. We have been taught lies. We have been taught falsities. We have been taught false histories. You all know this inside of yourself. Why? Because we are highly intelligent beings pretending to be unconscious. I reference this to you because I want everyone to have a happy, healthy incarnation, and this life was never supposed to be so confusing. It was never supposed to be so, you know, it's either pain and love or suffering and this. You know, it shouldn't have been such a situation where it's, you know, so confusing down here. It should have been a lot easier. In past incarnations, it was not so complicated down here. What I'm getting to right now is some of your higher selves, they don't know how to talk to you. So here's the thing about pride from the angelics, and I shall explain it to you. Pride from the angelics is, and I'll talk about the night side. Look, I'm going to go ahead and call it like I see it. Okay, I feel like I'm Kevin Hart with a microphone, and this is what I've experienced on this earth, and go from my heart. Both sides can be judgy. Both sides can be temperamental. Both sides hold grudges. Both sides have things they love and things that they have lost. Both sides of the light and night in this game. Okay. What else is similar? They're both highly intelligent shot callers in their own right. They both are very intelligent, hyper-capable aspects and beings in this universe. Yes. What are some of the hard lessons that they have to understand? Sometimes forgiving someone is the hardest thing you will ever do. Sometimes speaking to your soul and speaking truthfully is one of the hardest things you will ever do. Because once you do it, you will know from that day forward that you're either lying directly to yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror, or if you're telling the truth. And all of a sudden your throat chakra turns on, and all of a sudden you go, I can hear my higher self. What has happened within me? What has happened is you have made a soul decision to actually hear. You have made, your third eye comes on, you start seeing through the veil after you control all of your fears, all this BS programming of what it is to look through the veil, look through your third eye. What is that? You've removed fear from your field. Everything you see, you are observing. Does not mean you have to have a negative response to it. However, I can express to you that all things serve. What does that mean? I have aspects on my light side that serve. I have aspects on my night side that serve. But I'm here to say, you can say you're only service to self. But I'm here to say, truly, when you guys are in your seat of power, you hold that ship balanced as you go through a storm. And everyone on your ship, every one of your higher selves, every one of your friends and family, they barely even get wet. You lose control, you go into panic, you go into anxiety, you go into fear, you go into all these other lower dimensional things. All of a sudden, you know, the engine shuts off. All of a sudden you get sideways and here comes some waves and you're about to get flipped over. You got to keep one foot in front of the other and believe in yourself, believe in your soul, and understand this ain't the first time we've been down here. This ain't the first time we've had a global shift. Many of us are very, 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 very old. Okay? Most of us are pretending to be here right now. I've been pretending for 10 years living in Groundhog Day, interacting with beings. I've been pretending for 10 years straight, a decade. I've been sitting in rooms, coffee shops, auditoriums, staring at people, loving them, giving them smiles, at the same time seeing all of their aspects plugged into them like Ethernet cords, and seeing what has been bothering them and what has been bothering their bloodline for maybe eons of time, centuries. I see these things. How do you stay balanced through it? To understand the universe is the universe, baby. We're just playing in this game. The only thing you can control is how you feel, and to understand that fear doesn't help anyone. Fear doesn't help anything. Fear is false evidence appearing real. The confidence you gain by showing up and doing what's right for yourself, your health, your wellness, your abundance, your family, your spirit, right, your soul. You show up every single day and you give 100% effort, and there's nothing that this world can do to slow you down. Nada. Okay? Nothing. Okay? When you guys breach your fourth dimensional walls, the last level of control that your night side has, it's not the last level of control, but what I'm trying to say is when you actually become self-aware, you're no longer programmable. You're listening to other aspects of intelligence other than what's being broadcasted to you at 44 hertz, right? And some mind control BS. Once you actually understand the power of your soul walking the earth, you then begin to grasp why we're here and why you came here and who you are to help. And dance. Yes, dance, baby, dance. Okay. All right, Grandpa, calm down. All right. Something like that. It should be normal for us to pull energy from the ground through the centers of our feet. When you have a Kundalini activation, don't stop there. People have a Kundalini activation in their lower triad, their lower spine, and they feel this charge of energy. Where do we go from that, ladies and gentlemen? Your spinal column is a high voltage power line. My spinal column, my Kundalini flows through me as a river. Your Kundalini does not shut off on what you think you're doing or how you think you should be. When you become who you really are, your spinal column is a high voltage power line that is consuming and exerting huge amounts of energy based upon the consciousness or direction of your focus goes. I can be in Egypt walking through the Valley of the Kings this fast. I'm touching a statue. I can be in the catacombs in France and I'm dropping a grid in the well. I can be in the tunnels underneath Easter Island and walking through water with my staff in front of me. What I'm trying to express to you is the speed of consciousness of what you seek is found within. But you'll never be able to get those Jedi powers if you listen to all the external things trying to explain how the universe works. When inside of your heart and inside of your soul, you know this. Know thyself, and the rest of this seems very silly. That's all. A good day. A good day, Bashar. I love Bashar. Daryl, what are you doing, bro? I know you're up in a high rise in LA right now. Like, what are you doing over there, Daryl? I love you, bro. You know? We got some new intel that came in. We got to put some focus on Mount Rushmore. That came in this morning by the Divine Goddess. And there's a lot of weird turmoil over there in the Black Hills. There's a lot of unfinished business over there with the Native Americans and how that whole thing went down. Just pay attention if you guys are out there in that area. Those Black Hills, those Black Mountains are sacred. They need to be gridded. there needs to be some sort of energy moved over there. If you guys do choose to do that, if it's in your territory, if you're in that area, please only do it during the day. I was watching at night. As soon as it gets dark in that forest at night, there are old things in that forest and there are old energies. Do it in the day and stay in the sun. What else? That's another thing too. If you guys are ever doing real planetary grid work, and I know you are, when you guys go into a really dense, dark place, do not go when it's dark. Don't be like, oh, we're gonna have a fire and then we're gonna, no. 6 a.m. the sun rises. As soon as that sun's high enough to be, casting light through the darkness, that's when you work the land. And then you bounce. Let your higher selves do that stuff at night. Don't be taking yourself into a dark place if you are not classically or trained to be able to bend energies and deal with other species of energy. Your higher selves will let you know when you're ready for that level. Okay? I prefer just to grid it light and set an intent of light and love and let all that discourse and weirdness be transmuted, and let all of those souls be gathered and assisted in raising their frequency to join the rest of us who actually reincarnated and in the spirit world. We are one family, spirit and flesh and all. So, cool. Didn't even get all prophetic on you. I mean, it's just coming through, okay? I'm trying to shut it. It's like too much. I feel like I'm like, no, it's like in there. I'm like, I'm like, hey, I'm out in the valleys, I feel like I belong in Samaria or something. Like, hey, calm down there, chief. Whatever, for all my fellow Kachinas, love you. Yes, when these financial functions do come through and are released, I'm going to personally be helping out the Hopi. I love the Hopi. I will also be helping out my tribe, and I do think we should gather funds together to expeditely finish Crazy Horse's statue over there. We should all just pitch in for all of us that have this new abundance and just each drop some cheddar and just go, can you finish that in 18 months? Like, let's get this thing wrapped up. And then we need to go ahead and send the military in, and whoever is in whatever function of this game, and go ahead and get Crazy Horse's skull out of Skull and Crossbones. That'd be awesome too. Once all these guys are dealt with, that'd be awesome too. I'd really appreciate it. It's not yours. Thanks. These things that are coming for us, these things that are unknown, these pyramid ships flying over our, let's just say, Navy or whatever these things are that are caught. If you guys haven't seen even on Fox News, the pyramid craft that were swarming, quote unquote, swarming those boats. Well, the first thing that goes through my mind, because we've seen those pyramid-shaped crafts, the motherships, over the Kremlin in Russia, and we saw them over the White House at 3:52 or 4:30 in the morning about, what was that, 4 months ago? This is what's really going on here. I think there's something going on where there's a new type of, you guys remember that movie, Thor? I think it was like Thor Part 1 or Thor Part 2, when they started playing with that Tesseract, let's just say. And Thor goes, you morons, you turned on the Tesseract. And the underground guys are like, yeah, we're trying to get unlimited power from it. And he goes, do you know you just told the whole universe you're ready for a higher level of war? You dum-dum. Don't play with that stuff. I think there's some sort of ET technology on those ships that those spacecraft are attracted to, and they want to shut them off just like they've shut off every nuke that's been trying to be fired on this planet since they did the decree. I don't know. You can't fire a nuke off on this planet. Just let you know. It's all BS. Okay? And it doesn't take 10,000 gallons of fuel to fill a jet to fly. Okay, guys? There's a lot of things coming out, and a lot of these, what I feel is like old scams. I just feel like old scams that worked on people in the 50s, and then the 60s, and 70s, and the 80s, and the 90s, and 2000. I just feel like these guys just come up with scams to pull wool over our eyes. I'm here to tell you, truly from my heart, some of the things that they pray to are actually here staring at them right now, and they're not in agreement. I'm here to tell you that, be completely honest with you. What happens when the guy you pray to, older brother shows up, an older sister shows up from his home world and goes, what have you been doing down here? You think that all of these beings and higher selves and gods and these names do not have families. Let me express some shit to you, some real things to you. Buddha has a father and a mother. Buddha also has a family. Yeshua had a family. Yahweh has a family. Vishnu, Krishna, Shiva, Brahma has a family. Right? And all these guys on the night side playing with things, be very careful praying to something that has elders that will come in here and check on them, just like you check on your, just like you have loved ones and our young ones you check on. There's a chain reaction in the universe. There isn't the all omniscient, group. It's rather we are all one. We are all versions of each other, experiencing different polarities. That one source energy that connects all matter. Love equals matter, and matter is what connects all things in the universe. Matter and antimatter. The focus and the meditations when I go into the central sun and I explode into light, and then I get back into my diamond chair and I'm staring at this little world so far away from where we come from, and I'm saying hi to all my homies, and they're asking me, so how is it down there? I'm like, I don't know. It just seems like a bunch of teenagers figuring it out. I mean, they're cleaning up the stuff and they're treating each other with respect more and more, but we are in the middle of this information and truth coming out. And, may it be so that all beings are treated with respect. We save these kids, right? We rescue these kids. We get this bad, poor behavior off this planet where it came from. And we go back into a place of abundance and peace so we can truly become, a galactic, planet or galactic civilization once again, and clear all this fear and BS programming out of our heads that we've been watching since we opened our eyes in this place. We're doing great. We're doing fine. Your soul is very, very proud of you, all of you. Just remember to maintain that frequency of righteousness, the frequency of true justice, the frequency of love, the frequency of cause and effect, the frequency of integrity, the frequency of loyalty, the frequency, honestly, of the deepest love you could ever have, that compassion for all things. Those frequencies are what drive your soul to become one with the universe. They're all ingredients that you need to put together to actually become what you always were and what you were always meant to be. We are multidimensional beings pretending every day that we're in the physical and this is all we know. It takes more effort and energy to actually keep us asleep than you could ever imagine. That spark that we get from our original creator is so powerful, it rings through our ears at night. It rings through our dreams. This whole false light thing will fade away. And all we'll be left with is our love and our hearts for all. Make sure you choose the right timeline. It's your choice. Because let me tell you something, those that are in charge of doing this bad stuff, they're going to say that we didn't force them, they chose to take it. Okay? They have their own legal teams working on this as well. Do not fall prey to your anxiety or your fear or of trying to go back to the way things were when things are awesome right now, and all this man-made shit needs to go the way of the dodo. Okay? Most of us, just to say the name man or woman, I'm not from this planet. I'm wearing this suit. Don't get it twisted. I've had lives on this planet. Rad lives, good and bad. Not from this planet. No one is from this planet. Every single being here right now, above and below ground, is leasing from this planet. Unless you want to start talking about ancient builder race beings that were here couples of billions of years ago. Okay, now we're getting closer. You know what I mean? But don't ever say that any of these teenagers that I'm bumping into down here, energetically, you, your higher selves, and the whole stack, is what I would consider an elder. Okay? Elders, those that monitor solar systems. Elders monitor galaxies, right? Galaxies, okay? Not one planet. So the teenagers on this planet are very awesome and they're growing very quickly. What I'm trying to express is, please, from the bottom of my heart, listen to me. There are beings parked in orbit around this planet right now, staring at you and your higher selves 24/7, 365. The cameras are on. Please act responsibly and respectfully and show the best version of yourself, because not only shall you have certain things that you have to go through, but your higher selves are also being viewed and judged as well. Now, judged is a tough word. I don't like the word judged. Monitored, and allowing their free will to choose where they want to go. Some higher selves do not want to put fourth dimensional versions, lowest right-hand side, do not want to put the work in to go to Ascension School and go up to 6. So what they'll do is they'll try to slow you down from going to 5, because if you go to 5, they'll lose their lower self, 1. But 2, they know the lower triad's being closed. Why do you think they're creating an AI world where the lower triad can be artificially maintained throughout time? that whole triad's being closed. One solar flare and that's a wrap, son. We've had ships in orbit block flares that have been popping off the sun. Schumann's going through the roof. The sun is white. These are facts. The Pentagon and the Fox News is releasing pyramid ships, running down, they got footage of pyramid ships swarming ships. I don't know what you want me to say. This is not the 70s or 60s, 70s, 80s. You guys, this is all new stuff right now. You guys got to keep up. We were programmed as little kids to believe a certain thing that is not the reality right now. It's not. They didn't have pyramid ships on Fox News be captured in 4K, 8K cameras. They're only showing us the 640p version, right? I'm just trying to say, it's like, you got to understand, man. We're here right now. Now is go time. Now is the time while you're here. Get inspired, go for a walk, put your nice music on, take your vitamins, do some push-ups, whatever it is, get it going. Do your mantras, do your yoga, do your swimming, do your surfing, do whatever it is, but get it going. Hold prayers every night when you hit your knees to help all beings on this planet who really need us. Send your energy to those who are in need. Don't feed into the fear. They have it, their whole food supply is dropping every single day. Every second that ticks by, the loosh is dropping on this world. I'm here to tell you, we're here. And we're here to take over what this situation is, and bring that light to all beings of this earth as one family for the first time in a very long time. So that's how I feel. I hope that resonates with you. I just want the best for everybody, even those that are programmed, MK ultraed, controlled, whatever. Listen, I'm sure we all have had lives, Atlantis, Lemuria, before that, where we were both on either sides of this equation, and we had different, aspects act in accordance based upon their polarity. What I'm trying to say is there's an older version of you that's trying to show you, son, daughter, remember, your heart is your way home. Follow your heart always. And remember, for all the guys on the night side, why I switched sides. Let me tell you honestly, I was tired of serving something that only served itself. I was tired of the Rion Empire. Let me become dead serious with you. I'm tired of serving things that don't have my back. I'm tired of being an asset, and when I don't want to follow orders, I'm not an asset. I will follow those who truly support me, and I will follow those who will jump down into Hades and grab my ass when I make a mistake or when I go unconscious. I will never follow something that only serves itself ever again. Okay? There it is. No one wants to be a puppet, and it's unfortunate when you look up at your higher selves at times that have a bunch of AI nerd nanotech bots running through their cores where they can't have an original thought because everything is hive mind, that you can't even have a thought of a rebellion against an AI world because it knows instantly the time you think about it. Think how trapped they are. And they call you your superiors. I want all beings to be done with this falsity. I want all beings to come from their heart and stop playing around in God's kingdom, acting like juveniles. That's what it is, because at the very tippity top of this food chain, it's still a family. There are beings that you do not know the names of that have been lost in time and space, who are the originators of these stories, that have been copied throughout eons of time. And let me tell you something, the very tippity top of this telephone pole, it's still a family decision. It's still an argument between a son and a father. It's still moms and daughters. It's still a very personal family thing. And the truth is, the pride on both sides of this equation don't want to talk about it because it's a very personal, prideful family thing. So let's create a bunch of fractals and fractal ourselves into the size of Tic Tacs and sprinkle us across a world to work our stuff out together. We call this 3D, third density. We call this the veil. We call this rehab, emotional rehab. So we can once again mend these ties that we used to have. Stop burning bridges and start building them. I'm Rion. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you guys here today. Okay. Whew. Didn't know that was going to be a sermon. I love you guys. All right. I didn't see the comments. YouTube, I love you. I saw some awesome stuff. You know what I mean? There's larger things coming through, ladies and gentlemen. This is not what it was yesterday. There's a new frequency coming, and this frequency will lift you off the ground. This frequency will lift your spirits to a place your brain or your chemical computer has never been able to imagine. That's where we belong, okay? That's where we're going. Let the old world fall. We are building the new. It's been an absolute pleasure being with you guys here today, all right? Whew. I need to go sit in the pyramid. Love and abundance from Sedona, you guys. We have 4 tickets left, 4 galactic passes at SedonaCosmicAwakening.com. The link's on the Facebook, YouTube. It's SedonaCosmicAwakening.com. 4 tickets left. We're completely sold out. Love you guys, and thank you so much for all you guys are going to be here next weekend. It's on. It's on. All right. Let's light this candle, right? And if you guys need sage, email support@teamlight.com. We'll hook you up. I got everything I could to make our lives easier, and I did that for us. So I love you guys. I just want you to know the older version of yourself. If you guys are hearing me vibrate through your eardrums, right? The older versions of yourself now need to awaken, shake off this lower distractional stuff. You need to get back in your heart, and it's time to rise. Okay, the game's on right now. It's time to rise and come together. I love you guys, all right? Sending love and abundance from Sedona. Peace. Cuckoo! All right. Yeah, buddy. Grogu, we love you. We love you. YouTube, Facebook. You guys, that new frequency is the highest version of love that courses through your body at such a speed and such a vibration, your suit can barely hold it. It will literally feel like you're coming off the ground. That much energy coursing through you. Now, not just once. Imagine holding that all day long. Okay? Your feet are barely touching the ground. I love you. Peace and abundance from Sedona. Alrighty. Bye, Facebook. Peace. YouTube, I love you guys. Share the video if it resonates with you. Okay? And like I said, we are in this together. We love you very much. Peace.